This mid-morning, let's explore the 25th quatrain of the core treasure of the Enlightened Ones. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. This is the Lama you are looking for. This morning, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate as transformatively as Rey learned to do on Octo under the guidance of Luke Skywalker, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. I'm going to take a moment to adjust something right here. Un momento. Okay. Okay. Let's see. If at any point during this morning's live stream you have a question about meditation or philosophy or even chanting, there is no need to be shy. Simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Core Treasure is my nickname for the final meditation manual attributed to the great Tibetan Buddhist saint 16apr23 Rinpoche. As a young man, he wrote as a fundamentalist. As an old man, at the very end of his life, his teachings were profoundly progressive. This text has been translated by the Padmakara group. I have adapted it and amplified it. I just want, full disclosure and all that kind of good stuff. The basis of the Mahayana path is the enlightened mindset, which in this context refers to being defined by wishing love. This sublime thought of wishing and acting love is the one path trodden by all the Buddhas, for 50% of the Buddha's Eightfold Path pertains to loving kindness. Never leaving this noble path of the enlightened mindset, the key to enlightened love is skillful reliance upon the six-syllable mantra. With compassion for all beings, recite the six-syllable mantra. So what I'd like to do right now is do a quick, take a moment or two just to answer a question from Reddit, which I think has the potential to be rather amusing. Do bear with me while I fiddle about. For those of you who are Who fans, that might put a smile on your face.
About this, it changes everything. If you're not caught up.
Excellent. Okay, so bear with me. One more moment. Okay, that should do it. So if I'm clever, I will click the appropriate screen and I'll click button 8. That should do it. Excellent. An individual on Reddit asked, should you let go of your ego? That's an understandable question. Many people ask it, but it's based on some false assumptions. In Buddhism, we don't have a list of things we're supposed to let go of. What we do is every time we breathe in, we are wired to notice our experience, whether that experience is perception or intention or emotion or reason or recollection or imagination. During every exhalation, we are wired, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, to physically relax and mentally release. So half the time we're supposed to notice, other half the time we're supposed to release. And if we do it properly, it is easy and effortless and effective. And now I shall assail you with 1 full minute of housekeeping. Every 12 hours, I broadcast 1 or 2 live streams without any ads. This channel is supported exclusively by the generosity of viewers just like you. With your help, this channel could come to support the next generation of nuns, monks, yogis, lamas, and even brick-and-mortar meditation centers, each replete with a resident teacher and their apprentice. If you think that's a good idea, if it speaks to you, you're welcome to help out for about the cost, even for as little as the cost of 1 cup of coffee a month. Simply use your smartphone's camera to capture this QR code on your screen, or click one of the donation links in the description area below the video. Another moment, if you please. Thank you for your patience. Now let us play with the latest iteration of Kind Gaze's Easy Tantra. This is our practice text, or sadhana, if you're nasty. Excuse me. We're going to open our mantra meditation by reviewing its meaning. Om, I invoke the wish of healing, molecule of love, and the purifying baby lotus of letting go, supplicating with whom may love and letting go be mastered by all. Bliss and letting go could serve as an antidote to craving, and are known and are known by many names such as Completion Sage, Anu Yoga, Bindu Mahamundra, Tikli Dzogchen, and here as Lama Khenyo, or calling the teacher as from afar. So here's the key, the secret to really making the most out of mantra meditation. You gotta breathe in. So might as well use that in-breath to do something productively, either to mentally recite a rhetorical question or to mentally recite, in this case, an intention or a wish. During the exhalation, when we whisper the mantra or chant the mantra, we want to physically relax as best we can. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Right view and right aspiration could serve as an antidote, can serve as antidotes to confusion, and are known by many names, such as Ngondro, Vipassana, contemplation, and the like. We're going to start with our outer Ngondro preliminary practice, and we're going to use a rhetorical question to contemplate how craving could lead to stress. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. We're now going to use an intention to train our mind in compassion. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. And we're going to use a rhetorical question to train in impermanence. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. And now we're going to train in letting go. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. We come now to Ngondro's inner preliminary practices, beginning with a loving intention. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Let us train in reliance. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Let us train in kindness. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. And train in generosity. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Returning to bliss and letting go, we practice Lama Naljor, also known as Guru Yoga. This is an uncommon version of that, and I don't have the courage or the intestinal fortitude to be different for the sake of being different. I have a ridiculous amount of disabilities, and I found that the modifications that I've made in this text to be necessary for my damaged body and brain to be able to practice these teachings. This teaching is drawn from the final meditation manual attributed to Zalpatrul Rinpoche. May lamas and my navel minds blend, for they both share the same empty nature. What do we mean by that? Every time we breathe in, we are wired to notice. And every time we breathe out, we are wired to let go, as if that which we had just noticed was as non-graspable as a vast, empty void. Not just as non-graspable as the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless day, which, although could be tantalizing to the eye, is intangible to the hand. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. And you may wonder why I have the word navel written here. In Buddhist Tantra, it's the idea that the mind can sit in different places in the body, such as the crown, the throat, the heart, the sacred place between the pelvis and the navel, and of course behind the navel itself. This is not something to be believed rigidly, but an idea to play with. Simply that. Love and letting go could serve as antidotes to hating, and are known by many names, such as generation stage, creation stage, mantra yoga, maha yoga, tantra mahamudra, and Tokan Dzogchen. We're going to begin with loving wishes that help us to leapfrog over our competitive tendencies. As we chant the mantra, you could feel as if time rays were emitting from a thumbnail size horizontal 6-syllable mantra rosary at our navel. Lavishing all minds, communication, bodies, and circumstances with peaceful wisdom, joyful love, beautiful health, and safe good fortune. May all minds of all beings now be as peaceful and wise as our Buddha's mind, symbolized by a one-syllable mantra known as the Zero Bija Mantra. Tram here is an example of just such a mantra. Un momento, my friends, un momento. Whilst I strive to improve the quality of this practice text. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. May all relationships of all beings now be as joyful and loving as a Buddha's communication symbolized by the six-syllable mantra. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. May all bodies of all beings now ensure the beautiful, healthy, depicted in Buddhist thought of the blissful body of a yidam of lore and archetype of enlightenment. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. May all circumstances of all beings now be as safe and fortunate as a Buddhist paradise, pure land of Ati of Lord. Omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung, omani be me yung. Oops, I keep hitting the mic. We're going to shift gears now from love to letting go, that we might better leapfrog over our clinging tendencies. How is it that as we inhale, our mind's functions could seem quite clear? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a cloudless sky or a bija of light. Let's see if I can get that to fit into one line. That would be peachy keen. Derp. Okay, so much for that. Let's make sure the display is synchronized. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. How is it that as we enter the interpersonal experience of communication could be quite resounding? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, it could feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void or a mantra of light. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. How is it that as we inhale, our bodies could feel quite sensual? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a cloudless sky or a yidam of light. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. How is it that as we inhale, our circumstances could appear quite vivid? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void or a vati of light. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. We're going to contemplate the 5 aggregates, described by some as Pancha Skanda. And what follows is a series of rhetorical questions. How relax into the awareness of body. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. I'll relax into the awareness of feelings, bliss, pain, or neither. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. We turn our attention to appraisal. Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. And now, impulse. Umani me me umani me me umani me me umani me me. And finally, awareness. Umani me me umani me me umani me me umani me me. Return from the 5 aggregates to the 5 mental poisons. Now it looks like there may be something going on with the display, and I apologize for that. How could relaxing into the awareness of hating transform it into mirror-like wisdom? Omani me me omani me me omani me me omani me me. How could relaxing into the awareness of craving transform it into discerning wisdom? Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. How could relaxing into the awareness of confusion transform it into the wisdom of the basic space of phenomena? Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. How could relaxing into the awareness of competitiveness transform it into all-accomplishing wisdom? Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. How could relaxing into the awareness of pride's self-clinging transform it into equalizing wisdom? Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. We turn our attention to the contemplation of the coarse mind, and then after that the subtle mind, and one is not superior to the other, they're just different. We begin with emotion. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. And next to intention. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. Reason. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. Recollection. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. Please excuse my voice. Postnasal drip is no fun. Finally, imagination. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. We turn now to the subtle. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. And now sounds. I think it's easier to read without the underline. There we go. And now sounds. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. And now sensations. Reminds me of the old song by In Excess. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. And now sense. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. And finally flavors. Omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi yung, omani pimi hum. That concludes the verbal practice. Let's rephrase that. That concludes the mantra recitation portion of the practice. Now for silent contemplation. We're going to bring the experience of the circumstance into the dance of impermanence and interdependence. To do so, we're going to use the verb melt as a metaphor of impermanence, that we might better leapfrog over our clinging tendencies. And we shall use the inference of absorption as a metaphor of interdependence, that we might better leapfrog over our competitive tendencies. As we breathe in, we can silently and mentally recite how lots melt. As we breathe out, we could silently and mentally recite into form. Now remember, this is a rhetorical question, so it works best if we do not try to answer it. Also, it is not our job to visualize or believe or reason. If all we do is silently and mentally recite in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation and our relaxation, we will make progress on the path. Let us bring bodies into the dance of impermanence and interdependence. And now communication. And lastly, to mind. Awareness and letting go, which could serve as antidotes to clinging. While also slicing through the fundamental duality of dread and desire, are known by many names, such as Zen, Shan, Jhana, Great Completion Stage, Mahasandhi, Ati Yoga, Sutra Mahamudra, and even Trekcho Dzogchen. And despite the complex nature of its name, it's as simple as mentally reciting "Notice this" as you breathe in, and mentally reciting "Relaxing" as you breathe out. It is 32 minutes after the hour. Let's meditate. Let us contemplate love and letting go silently. We're going to close this mid-morning's practice with 3 chants. The first pertaining to impermanent zeal and love. May each being take auspicious rebirth, master the Buddha's path, and then help all others do likewise. Our second of 3 chants pertains to ethics. May all beings practice of kind communication, conduct, and calmness, the spontaneous and uncontrived. Let us conclude with the 4 immeasurables. May everyone be free from stress, may everyone be happy, may no one be separated from the happiness. May everyone have balance from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging freed. If you feel I have earned it, type something in the chat window. Give this live stream a thumbs up and share it on social media. Perhaps I could return in about 2 3/4 hours for a Sunday afternoon meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.